If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Look, listen. Before I get into this whole Tupac demonstration, allow me to say something to you young brothers and some of you classic brothers who out there right now today gang banging, gun slanging, drilling, killing. I'm talking about you brothers who are so quick to pull that pistol and lay somebody down without even thinking twice. Allow me to say something to y'all real quick. There is no statute of limitation on murder. Y'all probably saying hood educated. What is you talking about? We don't understand that type of terminology. We hood ends. We street ends. We don't do nothing with the court system. You speaking a language that we don't understand because we in the streets. We doing drugs. We drinking liquor. We popping pills. We doing all these super powerful drugs that we don't know what you talking about, hood educated. Well, allow me to explain it to you then. What I'm trying to tell you is that murder that you committed 2 months ago, 2 years ago, 2 decades ago, there's no statute of limitation on that. And what I'm trying to tell you is that those murders that you done committed and that you thinking that you done got away with can come back to hunt you. The same way that this murder here, Tupac murder, is coming back to hunt Keefe D at 60 years old. Classic brother, 60 years old. The murder of Tupac is older than a lot of you young guys out here that's out here killing right now. The murder is 27 years old. And it came back to hunt him at his ripe old age of 60. What I'm trying to get y'all to do is this right here for some of you young brothers and you classic brothers. Hey, before you think about killing, before you think about joining the gang, you might want to say, whoa, let me pump the brakes. Let me pause. Let me slow this thing down. Wait a minute. They 27 years ago and yes, there's no statute of limitation on murder. If they get the proper information and the right evidence, they coming to get you. So maybe you need to stop what you're doing. Or for those of you who are thinking about joining gangs and getting into all that drilling and killing, maybe you might want to pump your brakes. Because let me tell you gangbangers something real quick. Them killings that you think you got away with, and it was you, your homeboy, and your other friend, and your cousin, let me tell you something. All it takes is for one of them to get caught up on a separate case that ain't got nothing to do with that killing you did 20 years ago. And if that pressure is applied to them, that pressure, they get to doing this here. Yeah, man, officer. You know, I'm just trying to go home. You know, I got a baby now. I'm trying to change my life. You know, what y'all want me? What could I give y'all just so I won't get so much time? Could you tell us about that murder that happened in 2002? Man, I can tell y'all everything. I can give y'all great detail about it. I ain't even really want to do the murder. But my cousin Laylo, he the one brought the AK-47. He brought the 9 over there. Y'all can check inside the body of the victim. He got shot with an AK and a 9. And not only that, I know he got shot in the face 2 times because Laylo the one that ran up on him when he was down and hit him twice in the face. He giving up information about that old murder. Yeah, he giving up information that don't nobody know but the people that did it. And that's all it takes. Is that right there. Because his testimony and the evidence, the victim, which is evidence, corroborated story. You done. It's over with. Yeah. Murder ain't got no statute of limitation on it. Now let's get into this demonstration. Man, hey, listen. Tupac, one of my favorite artists. I'm talking about, grew up on Tupac. Thought Tupac was one of the lords. I mean, for everybody that's vice lords and stuff like that, y'all look, hood educated residents, excuse me right now. I'm talking about, back in my day. But everybody who was vice lords back in the day, we all thought Tupac was one of the lords. He had the 5-point star ring on. He kept his hat to the left, throwing his palms up and things like that. So that was another connection. And not only that, but just the music. I'm talking about, man, he had a huge influence on my life and those around me, to the point where we wouldn't even listen to East Coast music. When the West Coast East Coast thing was going on, when Tupac got it, oh nah, when Tupac got shot, we ain't. Y'all done shot Pac. We ain't got nothing to do with y'all. We mad at y'all for doing that, right? So I understand the influence of these rappers having on these kids right now, because the influence that Tupac and Biggie and, other rappers and stuff like that had on us, right? But Tupac, y'all, come on, man. We got to extend, our prayers to his family. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, because I know they are rejoicing about this demonstration right here. Unfortunately, though, his mother has changed forms. And when I say that right there, for those of you who don't know, his mother is not in the physical no more. She's in the spiritual, just like Tupac is in the spiritual. You know what I mean? But she probably know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And he probably know what's going on. And it's just like, man, for his family, his brother and his sister, you know what I mean? I know they are rejoicing in the charging of this man who has been on multiple platforms running his mouth. Keefe D running his mouth, talking bad, talking tough, telling people, I ain't scared to go to jail. They're gonna have to come and get me, which is cap and a lie. You scared to go to jail? Yes, you is. But okay, now let's get into the demonstration. Allow me to take y'all back so that we can get a full understanding of this demonstration. Here it is. We got Tupac and Suge Knight and the whole Death Row entourage. They had the Mike Tyson fight down there in Las Vegas, enjoying themselves kicking it, right? Understand that Tupac, Suge Knight, and all them, they Compton mob Pyrus. I'm talking about a dangerous gang in California, right? Now, the South Side Compton Crips happen to be at the fight too. They got money too. They ain't no slouches. From my understanding, the boy Keefe D told the whole world that once upon a time that he was a kingpin, running a multi-million-dollar drug ring. This is what Keefe D is telling the world in his book, Compton Street Legend. This is what he's telling people. So they down there in Las Vegas doing their thing. Mob Pyrus, they see one of the Southside Compton Crips. This is their rival. And not only that, from my understanding, they are saying that the Southside Compton Crip that they seen was the brother by the name of Baby Lane. Rest in peace to Baby Lane. We want to send our condolences to his family and things like that. Because y'all know how I do. I don't care about, what people do. That's still somebody's son, grandson, nephew, and all that. Rest in peace to that brother. You understand what I'm saying? So they seen him, they get to tumbling. Why? Because Baby Lane was supposed to have took a death row chain from somebody, and just like now, how they taking chains now and showing it, hey, yeah, we took his chain. They was doing that way back in my day. They was doing it way back in our days. You know what I'm saying? They're taking chains and all that old type of stuff. So they took the boy chain and all that, and they finally got up with him. They couldn't catch him in California, but now they see him in Las Vegas. They get to putting the flute flop flams on. Ain't no talking. They whooping them, kicking them, stomping them, everything, right? And now, after all that, Tupac and Suge say, we finna go out and kick it. We done got some get back. We in Las Vegas. Mike Tyson done beat somebody up. Man, we finna go kick it. Little did they know, after beating up Baby Lane, who appeared to be by himself, he got the Southside Compton Crips with him. And the main leader of the Southside Compton Crips, the shot caller of the Southside Compton Crips at that hour was his uncle, who is Keefe D. So while they mad, they in Las Vegas, they ain't got no guns and none of that. They not in Compton. They in a whole nother state. But Keefe D got the plug. Keefe D know peoples in Las Vegas. He make the call. Say, man, they just jumped on my nephew down here. I need a pistol. I need it right now. Whoever he called brought him the pistol. And Keefe D said out his own mouth in his book that when he got the pistol, his whole thought process and his whole plan was to go kill Tupac and Suge Knight. And when he got the pistol, he gave it to his nephew, Baby Lane, Southside Compton Crip. And if you understand anything about law, that's all it takes. Listen, you ain't got to be the one to do the killing. As long as you plan with somebody to kill, as long as you provide the object that's going to do the killing, you might as well do the killing yourself. And the crazy part about Keefe D is that he was just displaying this and saying this on multiple platforms and even in his book. But now let's get to the story. As soon as he get a gun to Baby Lane, they get to riding through Las Vegas looking for Tupac, looking for Suge Knight. They got word that they gonna be at Suge's nightclub 662, and they went through there and didn't see nobody. So they left. This is the understanding that I'm getting, y'all. If I'm wrong, correct me. So they left, and in them leaving, they heard some girls say, "Hey, Tupac, there go Tupac." And when they heard that, they got on him. After that, that's when the shooting happened. Baby Lane from the back seat up the gun and got the shooting, shot and killed Tupac, and shot Suge Knight. But how did he get caught? After 27 years of being free, how did Keefe D get caught? I would like to say that Keefe D is not hood educated. He's lame related. Because anybody that's hood educated know you don't talk about murder. You do not talk about unsolved cases. Now, cases that are solved, hey, have at it. They've been solved. They've been adjudicated. But an unsolved robbery, kidnapping, attempted murder, shooting, stabbing, jaywalking, anything, if it's unsolved, you don't talk about it. That's hood educated 101. You don't talk about unsolved crimes. But him, in his mind, he believed that he had what they call immunity, right? Why did he believe that he had immunity to talk about the murder of Tupac? Let me break it down to y'all. According to my research, Keefe D had got caught up in a big old drug raid in 2010. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. In this drug raid, he was looking at life in the penitentiary. So what did Keefe D do? He do what a lot of people do when they looking at life. He cracked, he crumbled, he folded. Hey man, I tell y'all something, man. I can't do life in the penitentiary. I give y'all some information about something that y'all don't know nothing about. But I need immunity. And so the federal authorities say, okay, then you know what you talking about? I'm talking about the murder of Tupac Shakur. Oh, they ears perked up like this here. Oh, murder of Tupac? Wait a minute. You know about this? Because before that, they was lost. Before Keefe D opened his mouth, man, they was lost about the Tupac murder. They didn't know what was going on, who did what, and none of that. The Southside Compton Crip wasn't even looked at until Keefe D opened his mouth. And he told them the whole story with the promise of immunity. He told them everything. He told them the whole lick. That his little cousin did the murder and his nephew did the murder and everything. With the promise of immunity. But let me tell y'all something, which I don't believe that this boy right here understood. That immunity that they gave him was in Los Angeles, was in California. It had nothing to do with Las Vegas. Understanding that Tupac is a Las Vegas murder. It has nothing to do with California. So while he's on all these platforms, USA Today, BET, A&E, vladtv, while he's out here talking freely about an unsolved murder, homicide detectives in Las Vegas like this here. I know he didn't just say what I... Bob, did you hear that? No. Rewind it. Did he just say that he got the gun and provided the gun to Baby Lane? And that he gave the gun to Baby Lane and told Baby Lane to shoot? We'll have this on the prosecutor desk in the morning and see what they think about this. Stupidity. But this is what happened though, right? And this right here is an old fool who wants some limelight. This right here is an old fool that want everybody to be looking at him. Yeah, man, I was a kingpin. I had something to do with the Tupac murder and all that. You know, I was the one that was calling the shots and all that. You see what that give you? Do you see what that gets you? I'm talking about, listen, when I was coming up, man, gangsters move in silence, man. They did not want to be seen. They did not want to be heard. I know gangsters right now today ain't got no social media. They don't want nothing to do with no They even scared of the phone still. Them type of gangsters. But these new age gangsters or these old gangsters that want to be following these kids, here they go. Hey man, yeah, I did this, I did that. Now look, this man is 60 years old, y'all. Classic brother. Facing the rest of his life in the penitentiary. What he got left? 20, 30 years at most? This is the time of his life where he's supposed to have his feet up, kicking with his grandbabies, laughing and giggling, high-fiving and traveling the world. But instead, he finna be in a penitentiary in a small cell. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now let me say this right here before I depart. For you young brothers, look at this case right here. Allow this case right here to be a lesson to you. Because you got to understand something. If you planning on joining the gang, at some point you're going to have to gang bang. And if you're going to gang bang, you might end up killing somebody. Or you might end up yourself being killed. You understand that? And death is no coming back. Once you dead, you dead. It's over with. So you got to understand that. You planning on joining the gang, you got to do what gangs do. And that sometimes involve killing, shooting, fighting. These type of crimes against people, there's no statute of limitation on that. Yeah, you could have been killed somebody and realized, you know what, I shouldn't have did that. But now I want to change my life because I shouldn't have did that. And you can be living this tax-paying civilian life. But no, that murder you did 27 years ago. Come here. Yeah, we need to holler at you about that. We ain't forgot about that. Even though you tried to forget about it. Thank you for paying all them taxes. Thank you for, being a youth counselor and all that old type of stuff. But no, that murder you did back then. We ain't the state of Las Vegas. We ain't forgot about that. We need our get back for that right there. Yeah, we need our get back. We need you to go sit down for the rest of your life for that. You got to understand that if you living that type of lifestyle or trying to live that type of lifestyle, you can end up just like Keefe D. You could end up just like Keefe D. 60 years old, classic brother. Now you facing a murder. And like I said before, even if he did keep his mouth closed, a lot of the times when you guys are ripping and running these streets, y'all shooting at each other and shooting back and forth. It's 4-5 of y'all doing all that shooting and somebody get killed. That's 4 bodies. 5. Because 1 dead and 4 of y'all that was shooting back and all that old type of stuff, y'all going to the penitentiary. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But all it takes is for somebody to crack. And that's your ass. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Carla Smith for the $25 Zelle. I really appreciate that, Carla. Allow me to give a shout out to Kiki for the $20 Cash App. I really appreciate that, Kiki. Allow me to give a shout out to Beth Ann Higgins for the $10 Cash App. I really appreciate that, Beth. Allow me to give a shout out to the homegirl Marshall for the $7 Cash App. And allow me to give a shout out to the homeboy Anthony Barkley for the $5 Cash App. Thank you all. I really appreciate all the love and support. Once again, this is Hood Educated, not Lane Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. And don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe. We on our way to 100K. Peace and love.